Hello Internet, I'm your Omni-Man, and we are so fucking back! If you somehow don't know what's been going on and you've been living under a rock for, well, pretty much all of 2024 at this point, Rooster Teeth shut down, and that broke my heart thanks to those shit fucks down the street, and a lot of the shows were in limbo. Ruby got bought by Viz Media, so that's good. Genlock is part of the reason this happened and deserves to rot in hell. And Death Vassal, with actually the help of those shit fucks down the street, was given to Ben Singer, so he's now the owner of Death Battle as well as the showrunner, Voice of Wiz. And Death Vassal has gone independent. And with the help of Death Battle's Kickstarter, Save Death Vassal, we were all able to fund it in about 21 minutes. So that was a pretty great day. And now the show's finally back with Omni-Man versus Bardock. Now, as I should say with all reaction videos, please click the link in the description to go watch the actual episode itself before watching mine or anyone's reactions. Don't be a dick. Support the official release. Boy, I've not done that in a while, have I? So how do I know these two? Well, Omni-Man has been in Death Battle before, and I've seen clips and have friends tell me what goes down in Invincible, so I got a good, at least an okay understanding of who Omni-Man is. As for Bardock, I've been a fan of Dragon Ball since I was a kid, and yeah, I feel like I know the guy pretty well. Now, as for who I think is going to win, well, I'm honestly just going to come out and say I think Bardock's going to win. As far as I'm going to know, Omni-Man is more experienced, well, due to him being over 2,000 years old, potentially faster depending on some things. I might be the clever fighter, but I think Bardock is just overall tougher and much more powerful. At least from everything I know. So it's possible that Death Battle might bring up something that neither I or anyone I've seen considered. So who knows? At the moment, I'm siding with Bardock. And with that all said, it's about time I put these back on. I shut the fuck up and hit play. Oh, we're doing this again. I'm so glad that's sticking around. Oh, it feels good to hear this music again.
Bardock, the ostracized Viltrumite and the doomed Saiyan. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Oh, it feels good to be back at this.
Omni-Man, Earth's once greatest hero. Alongside the Guardians of the Globe, he protected the world from all manner of threats. And then, in a single day, it all went horribly wrong.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Who, Omni-Man? Who indeed? Champion of Earth, best-selling author J.K. Simmons, yet it was all a charade. With his murderous
I love the editing of the
to a halt,
screen in the
thanks to his
background.
own son.
Ooh, and that tit.
Planet Viltrum, which I hear is a totally lovely utopia.
Through brutal mortal combat.
With a K.
Yeah, Viltrumites,
That came later.
Viltrum are among the
That
most
came later.
powerful beings in the universe.
Let's mark
Even
Debbie
more so
racing
after
and
they
bugs.
purged the weaker members of their species. As a vanguard
From
of the
what? If,
Viltrumite
you know what? I'm not even gonna
Empire,
get it.
Omni-Man infiltrated Earth as Nolan Grayson, expected to prepare the planet for imperial assimilation.
Which should have been easy, since he's got your classic strongman superpowers, and he's basically invulnerable, easily knocking around asteroids the size of Texas.
He can fly at unbelievable speeds, soaring from Earth to the planet.
Just that image of Texas.
Thraxa is, quote, a couple galaxies away, give or take, so a minimum of 2 galaxies.
Ooh, the echo effect.
Milky Way's neighbor Andromeda is the lesser-known Triangulum galaxy, which is over 2.7 million light-years away. Reaching it
Already starting off with a massive calc.
142 million times faster than light.
Oh, and
Okay, so it's pretty fast.
in space, so he held his breath the whole way. And it's not like he was in a rush. He was on a soul-searching trip, contemplating the significance of smashing his own son's face in. Think, Nolan.
Oh, that scene was
Yeah,
brutal.
this is why I'm never having kids.
You're missing out. But according to another Viltrumite, Thetis, a bunch of other Viltrumites who actually were in a hurry flew to Viltrum across the Virgo supercluster in less than 24 hours.
That's over 20 billion times faster than light.
You know, really,
Okay, they're dropping that really quick.
Gets, the slower they age.
According to the Invincible Handbook, Nolan is over 2,000 years old. And regardless of age, Viltrumites don't suffer muscle fatigue like humans do, so they rarely ever tire out.
Seriously? He's got parenting easy mode on, and he couldn't even handle that. I would have killed for that back when my daughter was born.
Well, you
I mean,
have to be
I
a
don't
Viltrumite.
really see how
A
the
Viltrumite's
two
body
correlate
contains
anyway.
smart atoms, which they subconsciously manipulate. This cellular structure can effectively recall certain states of being regardless.
I wonder if
of
they're
the
going to bring up
environment.
S cells for
Reacting to changes
Bardock.
at an atomic level to perform the impossible.
Yeah, like surviving your intestines getting ripped out, or even more scary, ripping out your whole beard all at once.
Oh,
Only a Viltrumite could pull off something that disturbing.
Nolan is incredibly
Oh,
tough.
God.
In the face of superior forces, his smart atoms can adjust to make him even stronger by comparison. This is why Viltrumites are considered invincible.
Most weapons in the universe can't even scratch a Viltrumite like him.
Even a ship's cannon like this one can't take down a Viltrumite, and it obliterated a massive solar disk nearly half the size of a star.
Speaking
Okay,
of
half the
he's
size of a
strong enough
star.
to shatter one by flying straight through it.
yeah, I heard about this
So
feat.
big it has a whole ring around it.
The Roche limit factor dictates the size a celestial body must be in order to disperse orbiting material as a ring. In short, an Earth-sized planet can't support such a ring, meaning this one must be much larger.
And don't get me started on how the ring is actually made up of dead bodies because,
Oh.
spoilers? Just go read the comic.
If Roche
Spoilers, just go read the
this
comic.
planet also supports 5 moons in its orbit, and even the smallest is a perfect sphere, meaning its own gravity shaped it. At minimum, a moon like that must have a diameter of 600 kilometers, or 370 miles. Comparing this to the planet's diameter, we can tell this world is nearly 14 times larger than Earth.
Okay,
Or
14
it was
times
before,
bigger.
You know, kablam.
Now, Omni-Man does have his weaknesses. Monsters like Ragnar's can pierce Viltrumite flesh, and he's extremely sensitive to a
Like in Fortnite dance with the best.
which can destabilize his body's equilibrium.
But his real weakness turned out to be, you guessed it, fatherhood. Thanks to his son Mark, Nolan began to re-examine his perspective and his place in the universe. He settled down in a new place, got himself a new job, and even had a new kid with his new wife, who's a bug. The bug lady, he banged a bug.
Why, Omni-Man? How, Omni-Man?
Hey, everyone deals with parenting stress in their own
I'm
way.
not gonna
When
question it.
Nolan was lecturing to Mark about how insignificant people are, Mark wasn't the only one he was trying to convince, if you catch my drift.
Nolan Grayson's real mission isn't planetary conquest or saving the innocent. It's to discover if a violent man who can break the world can also be a good father.
Godspeed, Omni-Man.
Okay. Alright. Now for the guy I'm way more familiar with.
Slate a world with a people like no other, born and raised to do just one thing.
Okay, so
The
14
Saiyans,
times.
a proud warrior people from the planet Vegeta, ruled by, King.
I'm also gonna keep out for something in the sidebar for Bardock.
Their pride blinded them to the truth of their impending doom.
I have a
Perhaps
feeling it's
one
gonna get brought up,
represented
but
the best of them,
just in
even
case.
during their waning glory days.
Bardock. He's cool, he's crude, he's got a bad attitude, and if he goes apeshit, you're totally screwed. And
Unless you're Frieza.
he's father of Goku.
Oh wow, I never would have guessed.
What a curveball.
So what
Who'd have thought that hair is
Who?
hereditary?
Bardock was a cold-blooded
Also, I love the Who for Turles. My reaction when he was brought up in DBT
They
Abridged.
didn't just conquer planets, they wiped out every living thing, leaving Frieza
Like Skin Kakarot his teammates, aw.
Bardock
Not Raditz
wasn't
though,
as-
apparently.
Well, until he wasn't.
Bardock's
Ace
story
Freeze
has
just
evolved
time
over
travel.
years, with multiple iterations to draw from.
Including one where he's a brilliant scientist.
But only one is considered officially canon. Bardock's demeanor began to shift when he met and eventually married fellow warrior Gine.
Gine.
And had 2 sons, Raditz
I like Gine, she's
and
cute.
Kakarot.
No, Bardock didn't go totally soft. He was still a ruthless warrior. You know that iconic red headband of his?
That is
With the blood of his fallen
fucking hardcore.
Bardock could
Hey, I said it at the same
faster than
time.
light and was naturally adept in using his ki as an explosive.
Alright, I said faster than light,
shooting
but we have yet to hit
lasers.
calcs.
True to his brutal screw you
Okay.
nature.
Super Saiyan, there it is.
Overwhelming power. His final spirit cannon is like a key-powered bazooka. His
Okay, so
rebellion
anything they bring up for Bardock, at least in base, I gotta think times 50.
turns him into a supercharged battering ram. The guy has no chill. He will run you over, break your spine, light you on fire, and then move on to the next guy. All in a day's work for a Saiyan.
Marriage didn't change that. While Bardock cared for Guinea, in fact being one of few Saiyans of his time to actually have a romantic partner, he was still no family man. Like most Saiyans, he saw his sons as nothing more than future soldiers.
Bardock was a low-class warrior, so it was unlikely his kids would grow up to be anything more than battlefield fodder.
Well, one of them grew up to be something else.
Power, a transformation that was the key to their planetary devastation.
Big Monkey!
Under the light of a full
The
moon,
Uzaru.
Saiyan with a tail
Or
manifests
Great
the
Ape, whichever you want to call it.
Great ape form increases Bardock's power tenfold, turning him into an unstoppable kaiju. Quick, someone call Yajirobe!
While some
Or
Saiyans
Piccolo.
maintain control over
Or
this
Master
super
Roshi.
form, low-class warriors like Bardock don't receive the same
And
level of
Power
training
also
as
turned
those
into
of high
scissors to
birth. Prince
cut it
Vegeta's
off.
control is so precise he can speak while changed, but Bardock cannot.
Hell, it's questionable if he even remembers everything that happens when he goes full tilt gorilla. The Saiyan strategy is pretty much just monkey see, monkey smash.
Despite being low class, Bardock's power level nearly matched that of King Vegeta, who could destroy multiple planets at once. At about
Yeah,
this
by
time,
just doing
Vegeta's
that.
power level was around 10,000.
Yeah, we know power levels are kinda janky. No
Power levels are
what
bullshit.
the number really means.
Outside of his fight with Gas, Bardock doesn't really show any high-end feats in canon, but we can use power levels to compare him to other characters with similar levels to better understand his potential.
Like when his son fought Prince Vegeta. What's the scouter say about his power level? It's over 8,000.
I was wondering what they were going to do with that.
But we only cover the cold hard truth, damn it.
According to this movie pamphlet, Goku's power level between his fight with Vegeta and his trip to Namek was 10,000. This lines up with
Okay.
the previous reading and puts him on par with Bardock. Goku's training during the trip eventually raised him to 90,000 upon arrival, but this gives us a clear window.
Yeah, early in the trip, he had to dodge a bunch of incoming
Ooh.
asteroids and blast his ship away from a star. Which
I've heard a calc for this.
considering the speed involved.
The planet Namek is outside Earth's quadrant of the universe, and it took his ship 6 days to make the journey. Traveling a quarter of the universe's diameter would put the ship over 9.5 trillion times the speed of light.
Oh,
Goku would have had to
okay.
keep that kind of speed to do
That's
it.
faster.
Makes sense given far weaker characters could reach the moon in a fraction of a second. Should be trivial enough for Bardock.
All this speed and power meant when Bardock and his team assaulted the planet Cereal, they went, cheerio!
Bardock ravaged the planet, annihilating its people, until he found 2 survivors, a mother and her child. Some may call it weakness, others a moment of clarity. But Bardock was suddenly reminded of his wife and recently...
I love that panel of Guinea so much.
...spare the 2, and even pushed himself far past his limits to protect them from his own Frieza Force allies, who taunted that Frieza had dire plans for the Saiyans' future.
This moment changed Bardock, making him more appreciative of his family and cautious of Frieza. When all the Saiyans were called back to Planet Vegeta for mysterious reasons, he had a hunch something was up.
Well, then he pieced it together.
Saiyans smashing through hundreds of soldiers before coming face to face with the
Well,
tyrant.
in
He
the
sent
Broly
his
movie.
youngest kid away for protection, a choice that allowed his son to thrive. And hey, that's what good parents do.
A choice that would have a greater significance than Bardock could ever imagine.
And then Dildo Dickhead blew him up and he died. Or did he? Bardock got killed so freaking hard he got blasted back in time.
Actually, he was...
Why did it send him back in time?
Miscalculations
Oh.
placed him incorrectly in the time stream.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
No,
okay,
no,
I just talked over the explanation, but whatever. It was a joke from
Realize
Abridged,
what
okay?
happened. He got so unbelievably pissed off, he went Super Saiyan. What?
All right, this is very much an alternate universe what-if scenario, and it is jarring. But think about it. The Super Saiyan form is not achieved through training alone. It requires dedication, introspection, victory, failure, love, and loss. Frieza destroyed the Saiyans because he feared the possibility of the Super Saiyan, a Saiyan with power that could rival his own. But perhaps Bardock's transformation was more than simply a what-if.
I will just throw this out that, like, based on power levels and stuff, it's...
his fear would have manifested before.
Yeah, it's possible Bardock could have become a Super Saiyan and, well,
Bardock, who
at the very
figured out
least
how to
matched
make it through his
Frieza.
day right at the end of it all. I know Kakarot would be proud.
Well, if he gave a shit. Pause. Okay, I'm pausing a premiere. Hopefully everything goes okay. Okay, so... They didn't go into a lot of, like, calcs for, like, how immensely powerful Bardock is, but they did scale him to Vegeta, well, King Vegeta, not the prince or the planet, blowing up at least 3 planets, like that. So times 50, okay, that's about, like, 150, and they brought up, like, how much bigger the planet was for Omni-Man, and Bardock's scaling is bigger. Speed is big. Yeah, okay, I'm still confident Bardock's gonna win. Like, they just reaffirmed, like, yeah, he's more powerful. They brought up the trillions of times faster than light thing that he scaled to, so he's faster. No, yeah, Omni-Man is more experienced. Absolutely. And unlike Bardock, he can heal, but what if Bardock just blows his head off? Don't think of Viltrumite can heal from that. I mean, they heal from some really fucked up shit. But yeah, if you get, like, disintegrated like a Dragon Ball villain, I don't think Viltrumite's coming back from that. So yeah, I'm still thinking Bardock's gonna win. He's who I'm rooting for, so let's see what happens.
Alright,
The combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle! I have missed that so much. Alright, fight time. I've been looking forward to see what Devil Artemis does with this. And I have heard just a little bit of the music, excited to hear it with the fight.
Another gross bug planet.
Ooh.
This planet isn't anyone's to conquer.
Don't underestimate me!
What a hell of a scream, goddamn.
Just like my son, sticking his nose in places he's not ready for.
My son would kick his ass!
Yeah. Don't even get me started on the grandson, Jesus Christ. Does that ever work? Oh. Okay, well, now Bardock can't leave.
Whatever you are,
Oh.
you're an embarrassment.
Wait till you see the real power of a Saiyan.
Okay, the transformation isn't that quick, but
Am I supposed
whatever,
to be
it's for the animation. Jesus! Oh, god damn! Okay, I want to see Omni-Man destroy the moon or something. Like, come on, piece it together and stuff. Ooh. Good use of the tail. Oh, oh! We'll just do that.
Shit.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the tail should still shrink afterwards, but okay.
No,
Still got Super Saiyan.
my son's won't let you take me from my wall!
Let's go! Super Saiyan! Okay, if this doesn't end up working, Bardock's kinda screwed. Oh. This is a really cool fight.
Your time is up!
You said Saiyan. Remember it.
Wait.
Fuck.
Really?
These Gokus have got to stop picking fights with guys in capes.
Pitting Saiyan against Viltrumite is fascinating. Among the many similarities, 5 specific categories stand out.
Starting
Okay,
with
so we'll
speed.
bring this back.
Bardock is much faster, given his power level matched Goku dodging asteroids at 9.5 trillion times light speed, much higher than the Viltrumite's fastest speed. Add on the 50 times multiplier from Super Saiyan, and it's a huge difference.
Right, Bardock clearly has the speed advantage, but strength and durability are another story.
Though it doesn't seem like it at first, Bardock scales to King Veggie, who wrecked 3 planets at once, and Omni-Man only smashed 1. But given how big that one planet was, the numbers are actually pretty similar, until we factor in the Super Saiyan boost, right?
Well, there's a catch. A major plot point in Invincible involves the coalition of planets admitting that their weapons cannot hurt Viltrumites.
So, when their ship's cannon obliterated this gigantic solar disk, it highlighted just how tough the Viltrumites really are.
This disk completely blocked the sunlight and heat between a planet and its star. And this is no ordinary planet. Its size and density are so high that its inhabitants are as strong as Viltrumites just due to living in its natural gravity. To fully block the light to such a planet and remain in consistent orbit, the disk would need to be positioned at its L1 point, the spot that creates an uninterrupted view between sun and satellite, and the disk itself must be about half the diameter of the star in question. This means the scaling of the disk puts
Sorry, I'm
it
not
at
talking so much, I'm just trying to-
3 tons.
That's 24 zeros!
Which makes Omni-Man over 11,000 times stronger than base Bardock.
Not even the Great Ape or Super Saiyan forms could make up that difference. So strength goes to Nolan.
Still, numbers aren't everything. As far as versatility
This
and combat
really
goes,
threw me
neither
for a
have one
loop.
distinct advantage that could win outright.
Omni-Man survives in space for much longer, but Bardock barely squeaks out the edge here thanks to his ranged versatility with key attacks and, of course, Super Saiyan.
Okay, let's address the Super Saiyan Bardock thing. It's perfectly fair to question whether or not the form should be in this comparison at all. However, even with the form included, Nolan still takes this, especially when it comes to our last 2 categories, experience and stamina.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, those do go
A
to
lot longer than
Omni-Man.
Bardock. Over 2,000 years, and even with Super Saiyan, Bardock's no master of the form.
And without that mastery, the form drains the user's energies at an increased rate, which brings
Okay,
us to
admittedly, I
Omni-Man's
never thought about that part.
surprising advantage.
Those weird smart atoms.
Saiyans like Bardock can fight for days on end, but only for so long. Bardock possesses a limited pool of ki, which only depletes faster when using super forms like the Great Ape. In contrast, Omni-Man's biology prevents him from tiring in most cases, letting him travel across whole galaxies for weeks non-stop. And his smart atoms adjust to counter whatever physical strain he's subjected to.
Bardock's crazy speed and power made him a real challenge.
But Nolan's strength, experience, and sheer endurance presented an unstoppable and unshakable force that would inevitably land the killing blow.
When push came to shove,
Hey, there's my name!
the Bardock.
The winner is Omni-Man.
Okay,
Time on.
congrats Omni-Man! Oh boy!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Well, that's gonna be quite the debate. Okay, that was a great episode. The ending just really threw me for a loop because I was like, it's one of those death battles where it's just like, I spend so long thinking, okay, this person wins, but then they don't, and I'm just like, wait, hold on, what? So that was a fair bit process. But god damn, that fight was cool. Just, man, Devil Artemis, like he cooked for this. There is one thing I will amend. When I agreed with one of Bardock's lines, my stance will kick his ass. One of them, yes. Like, one of them, absolutely. The other, based on this, probably not. But yeah, overall, a good but surprising episode for me. And next time we have Joker versus Yono. Finally, we get another Persona episode. And I'm gonna just be real, the series is more powerful than some might think. Yeah, I don't know too much about, like, who actually wins that fight. I just hear it's basically a meme. The debate is kind of, well, as Tiffany in SAO Bridge says, hella toxic. So, I'm mostly going into that with knowledge on Joker and just the Persona series. I mean, bound to be a hell of a stylish fight, though. If they lean into, like, the presentation of Persona 5, then, well, goddamn. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there because, well, mostly because I'm getting hungry and I do have to edit this at some point. However, if you want to see more stuff from me, I'm currently doing a randomizer Nuzlocke in Pokemon Emerald. So that's a thing. But yeah, that's all from me. Thank you for watching, all of that stuff, and I will see you next time.